You know, some of the stats here are just plain stunning. The city of Minneapolis was very proud of the fact back in 2018 that 10,000 people voted early. Well, tomorrow they're going to mail out 124,000 absentee ballots. That's just the number that have already been requested by people here in this city. Now, Minneapolis went ahead and moved its ballot assembly center to the convention center. That'll give them room to spread out, give people more chance to work in socially distanced fashion. Also enough room to accommodate just the sheer number of early ballots they're expecting to receive. Now, you can request your own absentee ballot from your local elections office, or you can do it online at mnvotes.org. That same website, mnvotes.org, also has a feature that lets you track your ballot to see if it's been received by your local election clerks.
And if we hadn't received it because it was late in the mail, for example, we can say, your mail ballot has not been accepted, you can vote today. That record is documented, so if we do receive that ballot later, it'll be discarded.
Now, you remember the popular curbside ballot drop-off Minneapolis did before the August primary. That'll be back again closer to Election Day with the exact times and locations yet to be announced. And something that's going to help with all of this huge influx in mail-in ballots is that the court order is there now that says that any ballot postmarked on or before Election Day can arrive up to 7 days after the election and still be counted. We also heard from Hennepin County's election director, Jenny Jelms, today. She said so far, the number of absentee ballots requested amount to about 40% of the people in Hennepin County. And this, again, is 46 days before the election. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, John.